Welcome everyone, Dylan Jamili here today with a brand new video for you. So I'm going to answer the question today of whether or not it's possible to clean bulk. So let me put it to you like this. When you're in a bulking phase, you have to understand that you are going to add some excess in one way or another. You're going to have some unwanted gain. Your body fat's going to go up a little bit. It's just something that you're just going to have to understand. Now, you can do a cleaner bulk than what people call a infamous dirty bulk, which is absolutely absurd, and it makes people think that they have a ticket to just go eat like dog shit and eat whatever they want, whenever they want, and just be fat, sloppy pigs, and then it's okay because I gained 25 pounds. Well, if you gain 23 pounds of fat, what good is it? Not to mention the damage that you're doing internally. Do you really think that it's wise to run something? Let's say you're running D-ball, which you would likely run for, bulking, or anadrol, two highly toxic oral steroids. Do you think it's smart to further add to the problems that they're causing with an increase in blood pressure, with an increase in cholesterol, by raising your cholesterol by eating like a pig and eating completely out of line, likely raising your blood pressure, putting all that strain on you, on your lipids, etc.? Does that sound wise to anybody? Probably not. You can eat in a surplus. So you eat in a caloric surplus to bulk, correct? Correct. Now you can do that by, let's say you're eating 10 ounces of chicken a day, right? Well, you can bump that to 16. You're still keeping the calories clean, right? And you're adding more. So generally chicken every 4 ounces is going to have about 120 calories, right? So your 8 ounces is 240. Well, you're eating 240, and I said 10 ounces a day, so that would put you at 300, correct? So let's say you wanted to go to 16. Well, your 300 just went to 480. So there you got an easy extra 180 calories and a ton of extra protein, because normally there's about 28 grams, 26 to 28, depending on which chicken you bought, of protein per serving of chicken. And I'm talking about cleaner chicken, not chicken thighs, not all that BS. I'm talking about chicken breasts or chicken tenders, the real lean kinds of cuts. So you've already, there's 180, 200 extra calories, boom, right there. Okay, you can add in another scoop of whey protein, for example. You can add, what I'm saying is you can keep the clean foods that you're eating that you're normally using, like, Greek yogurts, your oatmeals, your egg whites, your eggs. You can add more. You don't have to go over the top and start eating McDonald's and Wendy's and whatever the hell else people are eating. I don't know, whatever. Doesn't matter. You don't have to keep eating like trash to gain size. You can add more of what you're already taking in to help with this process. And especially if you're running cycles. If you run something like D-ball, you can keep it cleaner, right? I mean, I'm always one that said, I don't really care for it. It adds a lot of water, but the people can stay leaner on it than just blowing up out of control, controlling estrogen the very best you can. It's inevitable you're gonna have a little bit of water with D-ball, even controlling your estrogen, but it doesn't have to be out of control. I ran anadrol and did not gain tons of body fat, but gained a lot of weight. I did, gain some body fat. You just have to. It's not possible to bulk and not gain a little bit of body fat and a little bit of excess. You can clean it up when you're done. You can get rid of the water gain that you're having and all of these things, but you have to understand that it's a process. It's not just, I want to bulk, but I want to lose body fat. That's not how it works. Now, a recomposition is not a bulk. You're going to gain size, but you're not going to, when you're talking about bulking, you're talking about like trying to gain 15, 20 pounds. Gaining 7, 8, 10 pounds is not bulking. That's a nice, clean, size gain. When you start getting in that higher tier and higher number, that's when it's considered bulking. And that's a lot different. And you just have to be prepared mentally to know what's coming along with it. But as I said, you can keep it far cleaner, okay? And, you can add in things when you're running, bulking steroids as well. When I run anadrol, I always run GW 501, 516 every cycle, and I was running tren with it to help offset. You don't have to go that far, but that's just another option. You can do things that help control this as well, but your diet's going to be the key here. Diet is everything when it comes to our gains and what we do. Diet makes up the highest portion. Your diet probably makes up it definitely makes up more than half. And then your training comes in. Your PEDs and outside, stimuli and things like that, that doesn't make up a huge percent. All right, that makes up 5 to 10% of what you're doing. That's why after you've gone as many miles as you can go to the point where you can't go any further, and that helps get you over the top, right? So you just have to really be dialed in on how your body responds to certain foods, all right, and how like for instance, I have a strict diet that I follow, and when I want to make a change, I'll add in one thing, only one, or I'll add more of something, and I see how it affects me over a 2 to 3 week time frame. I eat so many vegetables per day, and I remember I added an eggplant one time to see how it affected me, and 2 to 3 weeks later, I was holding water, and it sucks because I love eggplant, but I had to drop it, and as soon as I dropped it, it went right off. So I knew, what was causing it. You don't just want to throw 50,000 things at yourself at once when you make a change. If you're doing well with something, you obviously don't want to fix what's not broke, but if you want to make a few changes and tweak it, well, you do things slowly but surely and see what works. Because everybody's body responds different. I might be able to eat certain things that you can't eat, and you might be able to eat certain things that I can't eat. And that's knowing yourself and your own body. That's why I hate cookie cutter diets. And when people go, well, what diet should I run? I don't know, because I would have to sit down with you and assess and take days to go over it, and then monitor you and see what's working and what's not. So that's a really poor question, because it's not answerable if you want a really accurate answer. So that's it. I just wanted to really touch on this and really open up your eyes and your mind to explain how this all works. So that being said, stay tuned for plenty more to come. Dylan Gemelli signing off.